Yadukulodharanam is very vital. Repeatedly it is mentioned in Mahabharata, Harivamsha, Vishnu Purana and Bhagavata. In the same way, regarding Valmiki's Ramayana, Rishi Kulodharanam is a very vital objective of Sri Ramachandra. What is this Rishi Kula? Rishi Kula is not just Rishi's lineage, biological lineage, but it is mainly Rishi Sangha. Kulam has two meanings. One, biological lineage. Another one, Sangha, community. In the beginning of Ayodhya Kanda, we have a shloka, Gacchata Matula Kulam. Matula Kulam means uncle's community, uncle's family, uncle's group, or uncle's kingdom. It is not just a biological lineage which Valmiki talks about in the first shloka of Ayodhya Kanda. So Kulam has this meaning too. Collection of people, total. In that context, I said Rishi Kulam. And in this Rishi Kulam, it is not particular to a caste. In this Rishi Kulam, anyone who has qualifications, such and such qualifications, several qualifications can join. That is why in Rishi Tarpana we have Brahma Rishins Tarpayami, Raja Rishins Tarpayami, Vaishya Rishins Tarpayami, Suta Rishins Tarpayami, so on and so forth. In the same way in Valmiki's Ramayana we see Shabari in Rishi Kulam, Matanga Maharshi. Rishis, what do they mean? Rishis are a group who grow long beard and also make their hair matted. They will have a kamandalu, a small wooden vessel, and also they will have a stick. It is called as yoga danda, which they have like this to do japa. So if someone asks what is Rishi, then we can give all these things as a definition or explanation. No, this definition is not enough. This doesn't justify as a definition. This may be the uniform of Rishis. Rishis may do all these things. If someone asks a question, what is king? Do you know, don't you know, king means one who has crown on the head and also some armor and who will have security. All these things cannot define the king. Something is missing with all these things. Having all these things, one may not become a king who doesn't give the security to the people. Okay. These things may be uniform for a king. What is the color of police dress? In Tamil we call it khaki. In English? Khaki. Is it? Okay. It's an English word. I don't know. I thought it's a Tamil word. Khaki color. Brown. Brown color. Brown color, they say. Policeman wears brown color. So anyone who dresses himself in brown color cannot become a police. Right? So if someone grows a long beard, he cannot become a Rishi. What is the definition of Rishi? Yaska defines Yaska. Yaska himself is a Rishi. He gave us the Shastra named Niruktam. Niruktam is nothing but the etymology of Vedic words. There the Yaska Maharshi says, Rishi Darshanat. Rishi means seer. This is what he says. Seer of what? Pranav also is a seer. He is seeing me. Sanjay also is seeing me. And Kalyan is not only seeing me, also the camera. Okay. And our Santan is seeing the note. So in this way, we all become seers. No, not that seeing. Seeing the dharmas. This is what Yaska says. Drishta dharmanaha rishayaha. Dharmas means, in the context of Yaska, I am not asking the definition of dharma, what Vebolim says, no. In the context of Yaska, what is dharma? In this context, dharma is law of nature. Tani dharmani pratamanyasam. In these contexts, dharmas means laws of nature. L-A-W-S, not L-O-S-S. Laws of nature. And these laws of nature, dharmas, Rishis see the laws of nature. Means Rishis have the insight of dharmas, laws of nature. Means Rishis discover dharmas, laws of nature. Normally in English, those who discover laws of nature, how they are called? Scientists. Okay. And the place in which a scientist sits to discover the laws of nature, to which he has to make his experiment. His place of experiment is called as laboratory. Rishi discovers laws of nature. For that, the place which he uses is called as Ashrama. Rishi, scientist. Ashrama, laboratory. Then, Darshana, discovery. Dharma, law of nature. And to discover the laws of nature, what the scientist does? Research. To discover dharmas, what the rishis do? Tapasya. Tapa is to torment. Tapa is to toil. Tapa santape. In the same way, research also is to toil. Research also is tormenting oneself. Without any tormenting, research cannot happen. So now, you place the words, the synonyms. Rishi, scientist. Ashrama, laboratory. Tapasya, research. Darshana, discovery. Dharma, law of nature. But still something is missing. This is not sufficient. How do I know something is missing? Say, I am translating Valmiki's Ramayana. Valmiki says, Ramaha ऋषीणाम ashramam jagame rishayah drishtadharmanaha. So what's the meaning? Rama went to the ashrama of rishis who discovered dharma through their tapasya. How many Sanskrit words when I am translating? Rama went to the ashrama of rishis who do tapasya to discover dharma, to have darshan of dharma. So 5 Sanskrit words. Okay, let me translate. I don't want any Sanskrit word here. Without applying any Sanskrit word, I have to translate. Rama went to the laboratory of the scientists who do research for discovering the laws of nature. Can I translate like this? If I translate like this, even I am not satisfied. This is not a right way of translation. If I don't find any word, let me adopt. Let me adopt the same Sanskrit words in my own language. Okay. So almost these words are taken to English dictionary also. Dharma. There are non-translatable Sanskrit words. The Englishmen understand, therefore they take the same words. Yoga cannot be translated. Yoga is a science to be in peace. Is there any science to be in peace in Western world? No. Then the word yoga has to be taken in their own dictionary. That's all. Coming back to the point, what's the difference between rishi and scientist? Tapasya and research. Laboratory and ashrama. Any other thing is missing? Dharma, law of nature, darshana and discovery. There is a subtle difference. A scientist researches on matter. A rishi researches on consciousness. Okay? Based on this, the whole thing will differ. The place in which you experiment having the material objects is laboratory. The place in which you explore the consciousness is ashrama. And material laws of nature are laws of nature. Laws of nature which are based on consciousness. They are dharmas. Okay. This is a very subtle difference. So, in this way, rishis are different from scientists. And here is a very mischievous question. Up to this, everything is fine, sir. Here is a mischievous question I want to ask. Who is greater than whom? Is rishi greater or a scientist greater? It depends on the content, the subject matter. Rishi's subject matter is consciousness. Scientist subject matter is matter. What is greater than what? Matter or consciousness? Matter or consciousness, which is greater? If this question comes, what's the answer? It is a subjective question. Leave it. Okay. But I can tell you one thing. Consciousness is featured with knowledge. And consciousness knows the existence of matter. Matter doesn't know the existence of consciousness. Okay. In my view, this is my own view. Okay. I don't compel anybody to accept it. That which is featured with knowledge is greater than that which is not featured with knowledge. In this way, if this is the thing, if you look in this way, then the consciousness is greater than matter. No matter. Fine. So if I view that the consciousness is greater than matter, then rishis are greater than scientists. Those explore the matter may not get to the knowledge of consciousness. Okay, please understand. For example, there was a very great scientist, a very great Nobel Prize winner. His name is Niels Bohr. He says, let us admit that none of the scientists has even an iota of knowledge regarding consciousness. This is what he says. Okay. They don't have even an iota of knowledge of consciousness. But on the other hand, when you experiment the matter, you may not understand consciousness, and you may misunderstand consciousness. You may poorly understand consciousness. But when we start to explore consciousness more and more, we may gain the knowledge of matter too. That is why our rishis are talking a lot about matter also. See, they are exploring consciousness, but they could talk so many things about material facts. How do they know about all these things? Did they have any material equipments? They knew lots of scientific facts. Long back. See, long back Aryabhatta is talking about eclipse. Chadayati shashi suryam. Shashinam mahati cha bhujchaya. Earth's shadow is covering the shashi, moon. Long back, so many scientific facts are presented in our shastras by the rishis. And sometimes technology too. In Sushruta Samhita, we have this nasal surgery. And that kind of surgery continued in India up to the British times. And if you see so many scientific facts like Earth is spherical. This was observed by very great souls of India long back, long before Galileo. Okay. Yavat avartate chakram, Valmiki says. Not only he says chakram, he also says Avartate, it rotates. Okay, the earth is getting rotated, it says. So many scientific facts, even in our own Valmiki's text. Mahagraha graha vinashtapankaha in Sundarakanda. Moon is getting light from sun. Navamasa dhrutam garbham bhaskarasya gabasti bihi. Through the sun rays, clouds are taking the water from the sea, and those clouds are showering in rainy season. Valmiki says, Mandalam Bhuvaha, earth is a mandala, he says. We can go on talking about this. So many scientific facts are hidden in our Shastras. And in fact, several scientific truths are taken from India to the Western world. When the Western people came here, they took several concepts from India. And these things we see with Ayurveda, Shilpa Shastra, Jyotisha, several other Shastras too. And the base of all these Shastras is the Vedic literature, the Veda. Okay. You see this? Why I am talking all these things? We are indebted to these kinds of rishis. These rishis had ashramas in the forests, so that their tapasya need not get disturbed. Please understand. If they are in a rush, in a crowded place, their tapasya may get disturbed. But here, in a far away from maddened crowd, tapasya doesn't get disturbed. They did not only do tapasya, after discovering so many things, they wrote all of them. These are called as Shastras. Not only wrote all of these things, they taught to their own disciples. And these disciples went to the towns and cities and gave these Shastras to the people, common folk in general. So their ashrama did not only serve as laboratory, but also served as schools, educational institutions, and ashramas. The earliest universities of the world are from India: Takshashila, Vikramashila, so on and so forth. Of course, they are not as old as Ramayana. Ramayana nowhere has university concept, but it has a Gurukula concept. Various Gurukulas were situated in the deep forests. Ashramas are also Gurukulas. Ashramas were laboratories, ashramas were Gurukulas, and ashramas were the shelter of some dropouts. Okay. For example, some kings, when they were driven by their enemies, they take refuge in ashramas. Even in Ramayana, Sugriva was driven by Vali. He took refuge in Matangashrama. Matangashrama, Matanga Maharshi's ashrama. Tam ashramam punya sukam sharanyam sadaiva shakamurka sevitantam. Matanga Maharshi gave refuge to Sugriva and Co. And from that, some imagined story is created in Ondimitta Ramayana. There is something called Ondimitta Ramayana in Telugu. The story goes in such a way. Shabari sings Rama, 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 Rama. When she is singing every day Rama, 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 Sugriva and Hanuman also join with her. And Shabari used to teach so many things about Rama to Hanuman and Sugriva. Whatever she heard from Matanga Maharshi, all those things she used to narrate. And Hanuman in this way became a very great Rama Bhakta. Of course, it is not a new story in Ondimitta Ramayana before some 300 years. Probably it has maybe a millennium of stories. 1,000 years back, someone named Murari, a man of wild imaginations, he wrote a drama called Anarga Ragavam, in which he narrates all these things. Matanga Maharshi, Shabari Sishyas, Hanuman and Sugriva, all those things he says. Okay, Anarga Ragavam is a very joyful drama, can be enjoyed. Okay, coming back to the point, whatever Shastra we have now, all of them are from Rishis. Okay, Ayurveda, Gandharva, Chalunga, Shilpa Shastra, Siksha Kalpa Vyakarana Nirukta Chandas and Jyotisha, Artha Shastra. Okay, they all are from Rishis. Even the great Veda is from Rishis. Ramayana, Mahabharata, they are from Rishis. Our great Upanishads are from Rishis. Bhagavad Gita is from Rishis. Krishna might have told in Kurukshetra, Arjuna might have listened. It would have gone if Veda Vyasa is not registering it. So from Rishi, even our Rama, we might have forgotten. How we all are sitting and talking about Ramayana? Because Valmiki Maharshi wrote it. Otherwise, we all would have forgotten Rama. Of course, definitely his name will be there. There was some king called Rama. That's what we will tell. We may not enjoy the story as we do now in its depth. This is only due to Valmiki. Even the great Kamba and Tulsi, they enjoyed Ramakatha only due to Valmiki. They themselves tell that. So, we are indebted to Rishis because of the Shastras they gave to us. How to remove this debt? Shastra tells us we are indebted to Devas. That debt we remove by what? By offering oblations to Devas. We are indebted to Pitrus. Again, by giving oblations to Pitrus, we remove the debt. We are indebted to the fellow men. Again, by serving fellow men. Something we have to do for them. I am indebted to Sanjay. Why? Because he is patiently listening for an hour. All these topics. Okay, I have to do something for him. Because I am indebted. Okay. Like that the people are indebted. Manushya Yajna, Bhuta Yajna. But regarding Rishis, you see, it's very interesting. When we become indebted to Rishis, how to repay? Not through oblations, not through feeding. The only way to repay to the Rishis, learning the Shastras given by them. Wow. Just through knowledge we are repaying. They expect only knowledge from us. What else? Rishis are the most compassionate in this 5 category. Regarding devas, we need to offer oblations, Pitrus oblations. Manushyas also, some social service and food. Bhutas also, animals and birds also, we need to feed. But regarding Rishis, when we get knowledge, they become happy. Okay, when we learn Shastra and get knowledge, they become very happy. This is enough. By this you are removing your debt to me. Such kind of great Rishis without whom our culture can never exist. Neither Vedas, nor Ramayana, neither Mahabharata, nor Upanishads, neither Sutras, nothing can exist without these Rishis. Such Rishis, their tapasya was hindered by Rakshasas. You know? What they did? They came to the forest, Dandaka forest, and killed the Rishis. Tortured the Rishis. They break the limbs of the Rishis. They made several mounds out of the skeletons of Rishis in Dandaka forest. They committed these kinds of holocausts in Dandakaranya. Hey, why did they do all these things? A very important question. Why Manthara she did not go. Why Manthara sent Rama to the forest? There must be some reason. Okay. If you ask like that, you are very innocent. Many people are going to cheat you. Because there is no reason for hatred in the world. Please understand. Do you think all people are hating others only because of some reason? Not at all required. People want divisions. People want to fight. People have a basic urge to show their superiority. So they will dominate the weaker section. They will dominate the weak people. Probably, எல்லாமே சாதுவா கொண்டிருக்கேப்பா. Our Vishalji, Vishal தானேப்பா அவர் பேரு? No, அவர் தான். Vishal Panda தானே? Abhinash. Just I am telling for storytelling sake. If our Abhinash is pinching Sanjay, there is no need of any enmity for that. On seeing this Sanjay getting disturbed, a petty happiness comes. See, he is disturbed, I am not disturbed. And he also is unable to disturb me. Because he is weaker than me. Correct? In this, I feel that I am superior to the other. This is enough for my petty ego satisfaction. To our ability, we can pinch our padosi. But to the ability of Hitler, he will kill 70 million Jews. We also will do. If we have power, that's all. In everybody, there are 10 to 15 Hitlers hidden. Okay, we are powerless. Therefore, to our ability, I can pinch only a nearby boy. I am doing that. Only that much. I can pinch only Pranav. I can't even go nearby Srinivasanna and pinch. And I will get a punch. This poor fellow I can pinch. Okay. In this way, in the world, if you see, in so many places, especially in last 2000 years, these 2000 years are completely filled with genocides and holocausts in the human history. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Why? Why Holocaust happened? Why the Spanish and the British created huge Holocaust in America and eradicated the whole race, the Native Americans, the Red Indians? Why did they do it? For what enmity? They happened to eradicate the whole of the race. Simply because Red Indians were innocent. They were weak. They were also strong, but not as strong as Spanish or British. So, millions were massacred like anything. This is what a powerful person will do, just to show his superiority. In Tasmania, there is not even a single Tasmanian exists now. The last Tasmanian died in 1910s. They have a photography. He is the last Tasmanian. In Australia, almost aborigines were eradicated. Why all these things happened? In our own land, in Goa, thousands and thousands were killed by saints. This is a history. I am not talking any myth, my own imaginative story. No. Irrefutable history. Why? To show the power. To show the power. I should show that I am superior to others. Simple. Then the Hitlers and Mussolinis will be produced. Throughout the world, I should show I am more powerful than all of you. Simple. And they celebrate it. When Muhammad Ghori, he ransacked Delhi after the conquest of Prithviraj. When the woman fell in the fire, all these things are written as Ghori's glory by his own contemporary poets. Okay. So why Holocaust? Simply to show the power. Simply to show that I am superior to you. Okay. In USA, there is a huge gun culture. Why gun culture? Simply because the children have guns in their hands. In India, children are not allowed to have guns in the hands. You give guns to the Indian children and see what will happen. In English, it is called a sadism. A sadistic approach. Because of that, everywhere we see these kinds of genocides. Same happened in Dandaka. Rakshasas wanted to show their superiority. They wanted to dominate. They wanted to see the weakened people or innocent people suffering in front of them. For that, they were all doing all this nonsense. Nobody dared to question them. There were several kings. Anga, Vanga, Kulinga, Kalinga. They were all silent. Namakkedukku vambu. Namakkedukku vambu. They were all silent. When something is happening in Kashmir, எங்கேயோ நடக்கிறது, நம்ம எல்லாரும் சேஃபாக இருக்கோம். பகவான் நம்மளெல்லாம் க்ஷேமமாக வச்சுருக்கார். காஷ்மீரில் கஷ்டப்படுற மாதிரி நம்மளெல்லாம் கஷ்டப்படாது. பகவான் க்ஷேமமாக வச்சுருக்கார். கிருபை. நமக்கு எதுக்கு வம்பு? Like that, so many kings were sleeping because they all thoroughly know they cannot challenge these Rakshasas. Okay. They cannot challenge these Rakshasas who are atrocious in Dandakaranya. Interestingly, the people who are staying in Dandakaranya are not ordinary people. They were all Rishis who guide the whole of this nation, who provide shastras to Angadesha, Vangadesha, Kalingadesha, Kulingadesha. The kings know that these rishis to whom we are indebted, whom we bow, are tormented and tortured in Dandakaranya. But namakkedukku vambu? Okay. That attitude they had. See, horrible. Nobody dared to fight against these Rakshasas, including the father of Rama. Long back he tried. When Shambhara was occupying Dandakaranya, he could win Shambhara. But the same Dasharatha says, I am sorry, sir, Maharshi Vishwamitra, you are compassionate to us. Please leave us. That was Shambhara, this is Dasharatha, this is Ravana. With Shambhara we could wage war, but not with Ravana. Like that, all these kings were keeping quiet. At that time, Sri Rama came to Dandaka forest. Even without an army, Manushena Patathina. He's a single man with his brother and wife. When he saw this Holocaust, immediately he made a pratigya. Without destroying the evil forces which are responsible for this Holocaust, I will not return to Ayodhya. Sita was shocked because she knows thoroughly what are Rakshasas, who these Rakshasas are. Therefore, she slowly submitting few suggestions to Sri Ramachandra with all her humility. She is not fighting with Rama. Hey, why did you do this kind of pratigya? You are creating troublesome after troublesome, being my husband. She is not talking like that. With all the respect, reverence, she is talking. Satyasanda Mahabhaga Sriman Lakshmana Purvajaga Toyi Satyam Che Dharmasche Ge Toyi Sarvam Pratishtitam. Satyasanda, you are a man of truth. You are auspicious, Mahabhaga. Why Mahabhaga? Because you are my husband, Shriman, and also the brother of Lakshmana Purvaja. In you always Satyam and Dharma are present. Toyi Satyam cha Dharmascha Toyi Sarvam. All virtues you have. But why did you make such a pratikya? Aparadham vina hantum lokan veera nakamaye. When these Rakshasas did not come to us directly to fight with us, they don't have any enmity with us. Why should we fight? Why should we go and fight? And this is also, we are also now tapasvins. For tapasvins, ahimsa is extremely important. Desha dharmastu pujyatam. Should we not be in that ahimsa? Sita is asking. You know everything. I am not advising you. Some humble suggestions I am giving due to my affection. And you may discuss with your brother also regarding this. This is what Sita says. Rama did not refute Sita. Rama doesn't condemn Sita. Hey, what do you know about this? Unnecessarily don't interfere in all these things. Rama doesn't talk like that. Rama also talks very sweetly. Hitamuktam toya devi snigdhaya sadrisam vachaha. You are giving me wonderful suggestions. You are always auspicious to me. You always aspire welfare to me. That's why you are talking like this. And I am telling the same thing what you are talking about. Kintu tvayayvoktam idam vachaha. Same thing. Same course I am following. What's the course? See, you are talking about ahimsa. Ahimsa is the greatest dharma. Ahimsa paramo dharma. The same ahimsa I am holding. What is, how I am holding ahimsa? Do you know what is that ahimsa? That is a bow which is in my hand. This is ahimsa. Chhatriyaihi dharyate chapaha na artha sabdo bhavediti. This bow takes care of so many good souls. This bow gives security. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyaha dadami etad vratam mame. This bow gives security. This bow bows down to the sadhus. Okay. That is this Chhatria dharma. We all are safe now, sitting and listening to Ramayana. By whom? We are sitting and listening to Ramayana because the military forces, the soldiers are standing in the boundary of this nation and safeguarding our nation. They don't see the climate. They suffer like anything. In the horrible cloud climates, cold climates, cloudy climates, hot climates, they all stand and they are ready to give up their life for the sake of us. We are the nation. We are the nation which they hold. If they don't stand there, probably China will enter. The oppositions can enter. They will conquer. Tibet was conquered. Tibet is now a part of China. Let it be so, so what? People love Buddhism. They can't practice Buddhism now in Tibet. The great saint of Tibet was thrown out and he is safe in India. Buddhist saint. And we preserve their religion also. Okay. All are happy here. All are safe. Because of the security given by the military people, this is how the military stands for ahimsa. This is Chhatria dharma. Chhatriyaihi dharyate chapaha. Nartha Shabdo. What is India without Shivaji? What is India without Subhash Chandra Bose? What is India without Maharana Pratap Singh? Without these great Kshatriyas? Where is India? What is India? Where we will be now? And these great soldiers, they never bother about the severe climate. They stand in the place of India due to its climate. They stand in Siachal so that we go to Seattle. See, we never even recognize them. We don't even bother to revere them. Sometimes we talk ill of them, we ridicule them. At the time of Operation Sindhu, there were some hooligans who ridiculed the soldiers of India, living in India, being in India. And a commander-in-chief, I have forgotten his name, his flight was crushed somewhere in Udakamandala. What is his name? Some Rawat. Vipin Rawat. Okay. Shri Vipin Rawat. His flight was crushed. At the time, there were some rowdies and hooligans who were happy having the food of India, water of India. They were happy and they were openly expressing their happiness. I don't know why these hooligans are not getting arrested. I don't know the law. I don't know. Some lawyer has to answer. Is there any law in this nation which orders these kinds of rowdies to arrest, imprison? I don't know. If there is no law, the law has to be brought. If anybody who talks against India, okay, there is nothing called India, no nation named India, and we need to get separated from India. Those who talk like this, Vichayamapi Nakshamam, they should be imprisoned. I believe some law is existing for that. I don't know whether it exists or not. If it doesn't exist, such a kind of law has to come. Okay. Otherwise, these kinds of people will grow like anything. That is how the separatists grew in Kashmir. Okay. So, we honor our military, we honor our defense. We all should stand together to salute our defense. Because this is Chhatria dharma. We, the nation, at least represent dharma. By ourselves, we don't go and attack anyone. Our military doesn't have offense. We never invade. Our military, our nation people don't go to some place and make some bomb blast in some other country. We are very decent people. But when we fight for some people who were killed in Pahalgam, why should we fight? I think it's 25 to 30, right? 25 to 30, 25 people were massacred in Pahalgam, for which our military is fighting for us. Being in India, if we start to ridicule that military, what kind of mentality these Rakshasas have? Okay. So, dharma. So, to safeguard ahimsa, to keep the nation safe, to keep the people in the nation safe, Chhatria dharma is extremely important. And generally, even to the common folk, Chhatria dharma is extremely important. In the same way, the Rishis who do tapasya for the universal welfare, we pay our homage, we fall at their feet. In fact, it is we who by ourselves should go to them and beg, is there any service, please give us. But what happened? We did not beg. They come and seek for some help. Even that if we refute, that is not good. That's not good. We are their servants. This Rama Rajya is Rishi Rajya, Arsha Rajya. And Ramayana has another name, Arsha Kavya. Arsha is nothing but Rishi. Okay. Rishehe idam Arsham. Ramayana's another name is Arsha Kavya. Rama stands for Rishis. Oh Sita, being my well-wisher, my true well-wisher, you gave so many suggestions for me. I am thankful to you. Na hyanishtaha anusishyate. Only true well-wisher suggests. But still, I need to hold this Chhatria dharma because of the concept about which you are talking. That is ahimsa. Telling this, Dattva abhayam chapi tapodhananam dharme dhritatma. Sri Rama went to several other ashramas, going on ashrama to ashrama to ashrama. He went to Sutishna's ashrama, then to Agastya's ashrama. Agastya did not tell directly anything, but he gave a bow to Rama. There is Narayana's bow. He gave Narayana's bow to Narayana himself. Vajram Vajradaro yatha. Have this bow in your hand like Vajram is held by Vajrapani, Indra. Which means this bow belongs to you. You are Narayana. This bow belongs to you. And also he gave the quiver which cannot get exhausted, Akshaya Thunira. And also armor which cannot be broken, Abhedya Kavacha. With the blessings of Agastya Maharshi, he enters into Panchavati, the bank of river Godavari. He got a new friend here. Who is he? Jatayu. This great Jatayu, a vulture, became the friend of Rama. Accompanied by that vulture, he came to Panchavati and he made a small hut. And in the bank of river Godavari, he is staying. Panchavati Basi Sri Raghunayaka Karata Charita Rishi Muni Suragavata. So today with this we will conclude Sita. அறங்கொண்ட ராமா போற்றி, அருமை இளையவன் போற்றி, கற்பின் வடிவம் போற்றி போற்றி, சூரியர் போற்றி, இந்திர தேவனே போற்றி, அன்னையை கண்ட வானரனும் அங்கு கண்ணீர் மல்கியே கை குவித்தார், அன்னையை கண்ட நிலவின் வடிவோ அன்னையை கண்ட வானரனும் அங்கு கண்ணீர் மல்கியே கை குவித்தார், கம்பமற்றே விழுந்த படை திரட்டினாளோ அவளை கண்டேன் இங்கு என்றுணர்ந்தார், அன்னை கண்ட வானரனும் அங்கு கண்ணீர் மல்கிய கை உடலையும் உயிரையும் உள்ளத்தையும் ரகு ராமனின் பொருட்டே அர்ப்பணித்தாள், அன்பின் தாவது கற்பின் வடிவா அரங்கனின் உள்ளத்தில் குடிகொண்டாள், அன்னையை கண்ட வானரனும் அங்கு கண்ணீர் மல்கிய கை குவித்தார், गुरुनाथ महाराज की
ஸ்ருதி போட்டுக்கிட்டேன், என்னோட ஸ்ருதி போட்டுக்கலாம்.
எந்தன் வலிமையை பெண்ணே ராமனை மறந்திடுவாய், ராமனை மறந்திடுவாய். செல்வியே என் செல்வம் அனுபவிப்பாய் நீ, ஜனகனுடன் நன்கு பகிர்ந்திடுவாய், உள்ள அரக்கனே தொல்லை செய்யாதே, புள்ளாய் மதிப்பேன் உன்னை கல் நெஞ்சு காரனே, மதிப்பேன் உன்னை கல் நெஞ்சு காரனே. வல்லுயர் தோலினான் நல்லியூலான் வந்து நல்லியலான் வந்து புவியில் வல்லரக்கரை கிள்ளி களைவா, கழுத்தை பிழிவோம் விழிகளை பெயர்ப்போம், கழுத்தை பிழிவோம் விழிகளை பெயர்ப்போம், நெஞ்சை பீழப்போம் நஞ்சும் அழிப்போம், நெஞ்சை பீழப்போம் நஞ்சும் அழிப்போம், பஞ்சம் கூறிப்போம் சஞ்சலம் கொண்டே, பஞ்சம் கூறிப்போம் சஞ்சலம் கொண்டே, செக்கிழுப்போம் தசைகளிலே, அடுத்த பாட்டா जहिनोवा यो मैं भरता समे गुरु तम नित्यम अनुरक्ता अस्मि यथा सूर्यं सुवर्चला यथा शची महाभागा शक्रं समुपतिष्ठति अरुन्धति वसिष्ठं च रोहिणी शशिनं यथा लोपामुद्रा यथा अगस्त्यं सुकन्या च्यवनं यथा सावित्री सत्यवन्तं च வடிவானவள் அவள் அவள் கவடிவானவள் அவள் சோகவடிவானவள் அவள் சோகவடிவானவள்
அவளிடகண் துடைக்கின்றது அவளிடகண் துடைக்கின்றது அது வெண்மை வண்ணம் கொண்டது வண்ணம் கொண்டது விழி கருமை நிறம் கொண்டது கருமை நிறம் கொண்டது ஓரம் சிவப்பு நிறம் கொண்டது ஓரம் சிவப்பு நிறம் கொண்டது ஓரம் சிவப்பு நிறம் கொண்டது சிவப்பு நிறம் கொண்டது அது மீனால் அசைக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு தாமரை மலர் போன்றது அவள் இடக்கை துடிக்கின்றது அவர் அது சந்தனத்துக்கு ஏற்றது அது சந்தனத்துக்கு ஏற்றது அது சந்தனத்துக்கு ஏற்றது அது பிரியனால் அசைக்கப்பட்ட அது அசைக்கப்பட்டது அது இலைக்காமல் தின்னென்றது வரவாரண துணிக்கையை போல் அவளிட துடை துளிக்கின்றது அவளிட துடை துளிக்கின்றது அது ராமனெதிர் நிற்பது அங்கு காட்டி கொடுக்கின்றது அங்கு காட்டி கொடுக்கின்றது பயிர் மழையால் வளர்ந்தது போல் மழையால் வளர்ந்தது போல் அவள் முகமும் வளர்கின்றது அவள் முகமும் வளர்கின்றது ரூபங்கள் அதரம் குப்பை பழம் போன்றதே அவர்கள் வெண்மை நிறம் கொண்டனர் அவை அவ உற்சாகம் கிளம்பியதே அவள் உற்சாகம் கிளம்பியதே
शान्तिकान्तस्मरणं सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। राजा दशरथन சேனை பெரிதாய் கொண்டவராம் புண்ணிய சீலம் தேஜஸ்வி மங்களம் சத்தியம் பொருந்தியவர் சத்ரிய லட்சணம் பொருந்தியவர் நன்மைகளளிக்கும் செல்வர்கள் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Dharmam காப்பவர் ஸ்ரீராமன் தன்னலம் காப்பவர் ஸ்ரீராமன் மக்களை காப்பவர் ஸ்ரீராமன் தன்னையை காப்பவர் ஸ்ரீராமன் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம் 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 தந்தை வாக்கை தட்டாமல் தம்பியும் மனைவியும் பின்தொடர உயர்ந்த தியாகியும் தர்மாத்மா கானகம் சென்றார் ராமபிரான் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம் 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 அரகர் பலரை அழித்ததனால் கரணும் தூஷணம் அழிந்ததனால் சென்று விட்டான் ஸ்ரீராம் சீதையை தேடிய ராமபிரான் ஜீவனின் நட்பை பெற்று விட்டார் வாலியை ராமன் கொண்டு விட்டு சுக்ரீவனை காட்சி தந்து விட்டார் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெய ராம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம் வீரனின் அணையை பெற்றவர்கள் வீரர்கள் சீதையை தேடுகிறார். யாரும் சம்பாதி வாக்கியத்தால் பெரிதான கடலை தாண்டி விட்டேன். ஸ்ரீராம் महाराज की
தாமரை காதலன் குலத்தில் உதித்த அஞ்சே
நாளாய் அத்திரன்றே ராமதூதனே நீரங்கா ராமதூதனே நீரங்கா பரந்தாமனின் உருவத்தை எனக்கின்றே காமனின் உருவத்தை எனக்கின்றே உள்ளத்தை நோயே வர்ணித்து நீக்கவே முயன்றிடுவி வர்ணித்து நீக்கவே முயன்றிடுவி வர்ணித்து நீக்கவே முயன்றிடுவி அன்னையே நின்னை போலுலகில் அன்னையே அண்ணலின் பெருமை ஆரறிவார் உரைக்கப்பாலது இருந்தாலும் உரைத்திடுவேன் யார் என்றவரை என்றவரை உரைத்திடுவேன் ஞானி என்றவரை சுருள் சுருளான முடி கொண்டோ இருள்மிகு கடலவர் மேனியம்மா அருள்மிகு பார்வையால் கண் குளிர அருளை நீக்கும் தேவனம்மா.
உருண்டு தீரண்ட நீண்ட நாள் தோழி அகண்டனல் மார்வாடியல் ஆண்டவன் அகண்டனல் மார்வாடியல் ஆண்டவன் தொண்டர்கள் போற்றும் தொண்டர்கள்
அன்னையின் திருமோக சந்திரனும் தன்மையாய் உயரும் நீங்க பெற்று அண்ணலை அடைந்த
கெடுமோ என் பிரிவாற்றாமையால்
என்னை அடைய முயல்கிறாரா என்னை அடைய முயல்கிறாரா என்னை மறவாது இருக்கிறாரா என்னை மறவாது இருக்கிறாரா முயன்றால் இனி அவர் தோழர் தருங்கள் முயன்றால் இனி அவர் தோழர் தருங்கள் அரக்கனை நோக்கி வரவில்லை அரக்கனை நோக்கி வரவில்லை
தங்களின் சிந்தையில் தான் உருகி தன் கடல் மேனியான் வாடுகிறார் உணவும் உறக்கமும் ஆற்றுயிரான உந்தல் திருநாமம் கூறுகிறார் உந்த திருநாமம் கூறுகிறார்
விரைவாய் ராம சந்திரனின் ராம சந்திரனின் திருமுகமண்டலம் தரிசித்தே திருமுகமண்டலம் தரிசித்தே சிறை போதுயரம் நீங்கிவிடும் திருவே சபதம் செய்துரைத்தே சபதம் செய்துரைத்தே श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
லால் கீ. கன்றை கண்ட பசு பால் சுரப்பதை போல் சூடாமணி கண்டு கண்ணீர் சுரப்பே இரு மாதங்கள் அவள் உயிர் தரி பாடலில் ஒரு கணமோ யான் பொறுக்க மாட்டேன். வாயுகுமாரனே ஆஞ்சநேயா வாயுகுமாரனே
அணிநகர அயோத்தியோ கோசல தேசமோ அணிநகர இந்திரலோகமோ உபய விபூதியோ இணையாகாதே. தொண்டின் முன்னே எளியவன் நானே நிலை अभ्युदय निःश्रेयससिद्धिः धर्मः वेद प्रमाणं धर्मस्य धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः